Welcome to another edition of the podcast. Whether it's everybody at work, in between class, whether you're working out or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv podcast. Thank y'all for coming through, y'all. I appreciate y'all. You listen, it's been a long time. You know what I mean? I regret that. There's a reason why I felt the need to tap back in right now. You know what I mean? It's obviously because of the Charlie Kirk situation. So R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? I'm coming through to tap in about everything in the situation, and I'm gonna figure it out, get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. Just give me one second. All right, y'all. So we're getting into a lot this podcast. All right, we talking about. I have a lot of different things I want to break down, and I don't know if I have it all ready. You know what I mean? I have a good amount of it ready for you guys already. You know what I mean? But there is a good amount that I don't have ready yet. You know what I mean? So I need y'all to bear with me. You know what I'm saying? I have, like I said, I have a good amount ready. You know what I mean? But there's several aspects I wanted to break this down because there's some, and there's a big one I want to address because I think it's completely outlandish. There's one of them that is just completely outlandish that I just I cannot abide by beside. You know what I mean? So we're doing Charlie Kirk versus the LGBT. Because another thing is this. Let me say this as a disclaimer to begin with. Now, Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk apparently had a good friendship. I have sat down and watched Candace Owens content. I've watched her on other people's content. I've absorbed Candace Owens content. I have never sat down and watched a long form version of any of Charlie Kirk's content. I've never subscribed to his channel. You know what I mean? I've seen his stuff in clips. I think I saw an interview he did with Patrick Bet David on PBD because I watched that platform. So I believe that might be the first time I've ever watched a long form version of him, but that's just because he showed up on someone else's platform that I watched long forms of. But I've never watched his content long form. You know what I mean? But since his passing, his clips have been all over the internet, obviously. You know what I mean? So since then, I have absorbed a fair amount. And one thing I understand is I know how black people want me to feel about him. They want me to hate him. They want me to feel like he's basically the leader of the KKK. He's the worst guy ever. You know what I mean? And I just don't feel that way because I haven't. But I want to know if I don't feel that way out of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I just haven't absorbed enough content. Maybe there's some clip I'll come across that will change my mind. I mean, I doubt I'm gonna hate him anyway. But it's just like at the same time, it's just like I don't know. I don't understand people's need to to express such like I just can't describe it as anything but evil. Like you're happy someone died. Like you're not at war. Like it's not like they was about to kill you. You know what I mean? It's not like all right, if you're at war and you're in a battle and someone was coming at you and you killed them, yeah, you're happy he died. Yeah, because otherwise I'd have died. You know what I mean? I understand if you're at war. You know what I mean? If you're at war, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just talking, if it's a debate and someone gets shot in the middle of a debate, hey man, I was like gonna debate that guy. I mean, sure, I didn't agree with him, but I was about to win that argument. I was about to show him why he was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need you to just end the argument because some of his ideas I agree with, and some of his ideas I disagree with. But there's no one else that was championing some of the ideas that he has that I disagree with. So I feel like by taking them off the board, I don't get to combat those ideas in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? Now you can only combat them in theory because those ideas don't have a competent champion. Those ideas don't have a competent champion willing to stand in the limelight. You know what I mean? So in a way, you really hurt society because people like me and other people that are smarter than me that wanted to challenge some of his worst ideas now don't get to challenge those ideas because, or at least we have to wait until someone else that's got the balls to champion them can communicate them. That way, we can combat some of that. But a lot of it was honestly just him being unapologetic and not trying to have the victimhood for black people that they wanted for some reason. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I've seen other content of people arguing to be victims, like they just want to be not empowered. Like it's so crazy. You know what I mean? But anyway, so there's several angles where I want to attack this. So we'll try to avoid. I mean, to try to absorb content on each angle to try to see what there is to see on the home. You know what I mean? Like, although I don't think I'll absorb any content that makes you feel like, oh yeah, that's why he should get shot. Like, that's still a crazy notion to come to. Like, that's great. That's crazy. That's still like I don't know. That's like it's like nuts to me. But people are so depressed and bloodlusty. I don't understand. Anyway, so we're gonna do Charlie Kirk versus the LGBT. Investigate that. Charlie Kirk versus abortion. We're gonna investigate that. Charlie Kirk versus black people. We're gonna investigate that. And then there is a large. I've heard this like 4 times from 4 different people. They're really trying to compare the death of Charlie Kirk to the death of Martin Luther King. And I'm going to save that one for last. I want to actually talk to that one with ChatGPT as well because I want to see the numbers. I kind of want to get an AI perspective on this a little bit just to see the numbers and translate. Like, how would AI see that? Like, you know what I mean? Because I can't see it at all, but they do say it's Martin Luther King for the white people. So that also might be a reason why I can't see it in that way. But at the same time, like, I'm going to ask ChatGPT about that. I'm going to ask my homie about that. And speaking of my homie, it's about time that I introduce him. All right. Now, I think he'll be able to hear the content that I play. You know what I mean? And if not, maybe he can watch it on a separate device or something like that. If he could get to YouTube stream. But in any rate, I got an old friend of the podcast coming through. You know what I mean? He's been on more episodes than fucking anybody. You know what I mean? All right. It's the one and only Colin. Say what's up to the people. So I don't got an applause. So say what's up to the people. Yeah.
What's going on? Good to be back.
Me turn them up. Yeah.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Colin's back. Yeah. Now I'm saying welcome
Man,
back.
shit, I must have been like on over 100 episodes.
Yeah.
And from the very beginning, I was the first guest.
Yeah, first guest. 100% he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been tons of episodes he's been on. Like, it's been a lot. You know what I mean? But yeah, what you call up? I appreciate you coming back on the show, man. How you been?
I'm doing good, you know. I noticed, you know, you kind of elevated. You moved on to an in real life, like in person podcast. And I wasn't able to do that really, you know. So, but it's good that that we're able to connect again. You know, it's one of those things like our friendship's never gonna go anywhere. You know.
Yeah.
No matter how long it is since we last talked, the stars align. We meet again, and it's like we were talking yesterday.
100%. Yeah, man. When you're friends with a guy for that long, especially when his most formative years, you know what I'm saying? It's like, especially if you can make it past high school. See, that's a big. That's a huge fall off.
All that
right
drama
there.
shit.
You know what I mean? There's so many friendships that completely did not last once high school was over. You know
another thing about when you're younger is that like when you're connected to people, like if your friend doesn't like somebody, you're like, yeah, fuck that guy too. You know, when
Yeah.
you're older, it's kind of like you get more in your own lane. And like, if you want to fucking hang out with somebody, then well, your friend's gonna have to fucking deal with that shit. You
Yeah.
know, like let's be adults, you know. When
Uh-huh.
you're younger, I mean, it's very easy to lose friends because of shit like that, you know. And there's just so much more going on, so many more people dating girls, and you know,
Yeah.
fucking cheating on each other, doing all kinds of crazy shit, you know, fights, a lot of fights. You
Yeah.
don't really fight too much when you're older, you know, like
Yeah,
you
nah.
you get into a fight when you're older, try to kill somebody type shit, like, you know, like
Yeah, fights as an
when you're
adult is
younger,
not the same as fights as a kid. That's why it's good to get into those fights
definitely
when you're
not.
a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because as an adult, you really don't want to get into a fight. If you
When
get
you
into a
get
fight,
into a
it's a
fight
life or
as an
death
adult, it's
situation.
like survival. Yeah, like
Mhm.
for real. Like, but yes, you know, everything's crazy, you know, but we made it past that, you know. Here we are. Shit,
Yeah.
fucking like 15 years later,
Hey, look,
you
man,
know.
you can't see me, but look. What device are you using Discord through?
I'm on my computer right now, but even though I'm on the flip phone wave, I do still keep my iPhone. I have it, you know, and I
Yeah.
have it in my hand right now, so I could use that as well.
All right, so like, what thing is like, I may have visuals that I want, and the thing is, so let me just play like a short clip,
Well,
just,
you can screen share. Like, there's a button right there. It's called share your screen. Look up, click on our call. Okay. See
but
the area that says find or start a conversation
all
on the
right.
left hand side?
The
It'll
thing,
say
the reason why it's
friends,
not,
knife,
the reason why
throw,
it wouldn't
shop.
work right now is because I'm, how can I put this? I'm using my phone Discord. I'm using my
Oh,
phone,
okay, okay.
using my phone Discord. So if I screen shared, it would only show my phone, if anything. You know what I mean? And that's not what you
Right,
really
right,
want.
right.
You know what I mean? But I do have Discord downloaded on my. I'm 90% sure. Do I? Let me see. I don't have Discord on my laptop. I don't have it downloaded on my. I really don't use Discord, huh? Let me do. Let me see. Does it not even in the little back menu? Damn, it ain't on there nowhere. Nah, it's really not on there, man. I really don't use the. But
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I've
It's no
never
big deal.
I've never tried it. But the other thing I'm not sure of is if it would, if I run into that same problem. You know what I mean? Of not knowing whether or not it would
Yeah, well,
the
we don't
audio
want to
would go
deal with
through.
that whole transition situation right now anyway. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
we're
that's
already
another thing
rolling.
too. I would have to
We're
download
already
it.
rolling.
I'd have to download. Yeah.
The wheels are moving, bro.
So
The
yeah,
wheels are already
so
moving.
look, if you could get on your phone, right? I found that in my
Yeah, yeah, I
experience,
can watch whatever's going on.
Twitch has the, you can use YouTube if it's easier, but Twitch has seems to have the lowest latency in between like what I'm doing and like what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you streaming right now?
Yeah, yeah, it's live. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so
it's on
yeah, I'll go check that out.
it's on YouTube. It's on Twitch. You know what I mean? At CharlieGtv, I believe. You know what I'm saying? It's streaming right now. Let me know when you
Yeah,
found
I
it.
got it. I'll pull it up right now.
Shout out to the boy.
Boom.
Shout out to the camera. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the setup. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if I'm
Yeah,
looking
look at
clear.
that live.
Let me see. You know if
Yeah, I
I'm
got you. Yeah, looking crisp.
looking crisp. Okay,
Looking
good,
crisp.
good, good. Glad it look good. It look
All
good.
right.
All right, all right. So yeah, it might be a
I just
little.
slammed a coffee. I'm ready to go.
Let me see if we can hear this. Now let me ask you this: Can you
It's only like a 3 second delay.
a three? But without it though, could you hear it like the same way you hear my voice? You get what I'm
Definitely
saying?
sounds better on definitely sounds better on the stream.
Ah. All right. So all right. All right. So all right. Cool. So it's like a 3 second delay, which is not that bad. I'll just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? While we try to react to some of this content. All right. Cool. So the one that I don't have here is the LGBT, which is funny. So I'm gonna type in CharlieKirk versus LGBT, and just see what comes up. You know what I mean? No results. Come on, give me a break. Don't be so unadventurous. I know you got something. Let me see. Oh God, not the. Come on, Jesus.
What I don't see though is your screen. I see your face.
Okay, my bad, my bad. Let me switch. I got you. I got you. Bam. My bad. Up. Now I put on the bullshit. Wait. I know you can see it now. My bad. I had to switch it up. All right, let me move
Make
it.
sure you put on the right screen there. You know, you don't want to.
Oh shit! Where the fuck did it go?
Pull up something you don't want to be looking at.
Went up to the side. Porn's coming. Porn's gonna be there. Now so. All right, I got it off to the side enough. All right, what is this?
That statement, you just violated 2 out of the 10 commandments.
No, I know what this one's about. That's not what I'm looking for. I've seen that one already. Let me see. What's with the LGBT? Give me one with the gay people. I know he did come up against the gay people, but he just is not. What's this one?
First thing is you got to read the Bible every day. And then finally, if you want to get closer to God, stop doing sinful things.
It wasn't really.
I always laugh. People say, I'm not close to
gay people so much as it was trans people. He never really attacked gay people at all. He didn't
God.
attack
I was up
anybody.
till 3 a.m.
He was
drinking.
a truth seeker.
Yeah.
You know, and he liked to argue facts. You know, I mean, dude, your first username that I remember on Twitter was Fair Debater.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I know you love to debate.
I hope no one
God.
ever hears
and
that.
Your mom
and
hates that shit.
What?
Oh my God, dude. First of all, like, you love to debate. You're a big debater, you know?
Yeah.
So a person like you, I assume that, you know, I'm sure you have at least seen Charlie Kirk stuff before all this happened.
I have.
You know?
I have.
And I know that
it's just that I haven't watched the full form content, but I have. I respect what he did. I respect what he did.
I mean, I haven't. Yeah, I mean, he was like so innovative in the world of our First Amendment, you know, the freedom of speech. Like, you said it to me the other day when we were talking about it, and you know, he felt that was the only thing that we have left here in America to save us, you know.
Yeah, the last
bastion. We need to use our freedom of speech, you know. And I remember, like, I forget what video it was that I saw, but you know, the top comment, you know, it was after he had passed away. The top comment was like, "They killed the I just want to have a conversation guy. Let that sink in." You know, like, all this guy wanted to do was talk to you, you know, and you didn't have to talk to him. Like, he didn't go out looking for people. You had to walk up to him.
Exactly.
He had a table at. And I only learned this the day after everything happened, but he had a table at his events that was like it was called like the Prove Me Wrong table or something.
Yeah.
And after he would do his initial event or whatever, the rest of the day or for however long, he would go to this table. And that's where a lot of these videos that you see online are from, is him sitting at this table, and people will come up and, you know, engage with him.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't see how people like see it as such a terrible
The whole
thing.
AI thing.
None of these people had to talk to him at all.
Exactly.
Ever.
None of them ever had that. That's the thing. I don't
You
understand
are putting yourself in that position. And not only that, at any point, you could just turn around and walk away. You know? Like, it's just confusing to me how people like see something as harmless as speech. Yeah. And they call and this guy dies and they're like celebrating his death. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
It's crazy.
Like, and excuse me, I'm gonna work on the no swearing thing as well.
No, but honestly, this is an emotional topic, and if anyone can't understand someone being emotional or maybe using some inflammatory language over someone
look,
dying.
dude, like, I'm no Charlie Kirk fan. I didn't watch really much of his content, like, ever. I did respect, like you said, I respect what he did, you know? And, you know, to me, like, the whole, like, you know, when a celebrity dies or whatever, not that he was, like, a celebrity, you know how, like, their stuff becomes famous or whatever, you know? And, like, it becomes more enticing, like music or movies, you know, an actor dies and all of a sudden everyone, you know, like,
I remember you said that. I remember you said not that He's a celebrity. I'm gonna remember that with the MLK debate. Let me get there. But so honestly, look, with the LGBT, I tried to find content on it. I couldn't. The general premise I was looking to find in theory was that, you know, God's maybe not all that with the LGBT or the trans thing. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't able to find it necessarily. You know what I mean? So first we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through the clips. We'll go through the clips and we're gonna break it down clip by clip because I do have a couple clips that are from him talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave the black lady or the other ones to that. I'm gonna leave the other ones. You know what I mean? Remember, I end with those. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go look up specifically one on YouTube. There's one that a lot of clips have come from, and hopefully it's still on YouTube. I haven't looked it up yet, but it's something he did with Jubilee when he was surrounded by something like that. A lot of clips came from that, so we're gonna definitely go find that content and react to that for sure. You know what I mean? A good long form content. That's something that I think should be heavily seeded with opportunity. You know what I mean? To really get to the bottom of what was going on here. You know what I mean? But yeah. So let's see this clip here. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully you can react. 3-second delay here, but let's see what we got here. What the hell is going on here? That is ridiculous. Come on with the glitch already. Come on, what are you doing? What is it? Something resting on the button? Oh yeah, my bad. I had a book resting on the button. My bad. All right.
Would you say that black-only dormitories is wrong?
It certainly creates a sense of community. I don't see any problem with that.
Are there differences between races?
No, not biologically.
Then why would we have different dormitories for races?
Culture.
Segregation is what you're arguing for, my friend.
No, sir.
How is it not segregation to have blacks in their own dorm? Ibram X. Kendi argues, who is one of the leading thinkers of critical theory, discrimination today to atone for discrimination of yesterday. We have black-only graduation ceremonies at Columbia University, black-only dormitories across the country, for example, at Western Washington University. Can you join me today in saying black-only dormitories are evil, wrong, and it's segregation? Would you support white-only dormitories?
Everybody has a choice.
So I think white-only and black-only anything is evil and wrong. That's why I hate critical theory and critical race theory, because when it's put in practice, you start to discriminate people based on race. So we're now south of the Mason-Dixon line in North Carolina. We did a lot of work to get rid of segregation in this country. Why are you trying to bring it back?
What work?
The Civil Rights Act of 1964.
In this state?
Yeah, actually in this state. Are there black-only bathrooms out there I'm unaware of, or white-only bathrooms?
Nah.
Right. A lot of work was done in this state.
Fuck you, your face is small.
Well, thanks for being here. They always go to insults when they lose the argument. God bless you, my friend. Would you...
Fuck you, your face is small. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous comeback to have to say to dude. That's ridiculous. You know what
I mean, like, for real, though, like, I just don't understand it. Like, how could people...
To be honest with you,
have so much hatred for this guy. Look, I understand, and I was explaining it to my mom. She was asking me like about who he was, and like I had to kind of explain his whole shtick, like this thing that we just watched here. You know, that's what he does. You know, and I said to my mom, like, if there is anybody on the planet that was going to get under somebody's skin, it was Charlie Kirk. You know, like, but the thing is, and we just came back around from it. You didn't have to be there, you know. I mean, the guy at the end, he goes, "Your face is small," and he walks away. You know, like you don't have to talk to this guy, you know. Like,
but on the subject of the clip that he was actually talking about with the subject of segregation in college dorms. Now, I'm low key with segregation in society to a degree, but like. Segregation in college dorms, I'd have to think a little bit more about, because college is a unique social situation where, like, it may be actually been.
I'm going to need a little bit of elaboration on that segregation of society.
Yeah. So I think that the old way segregation. So, like, the last time black people were dealing with segregation during Jim Crow, they were arguing for rights. But I think that's because I think they didn't have other rights. It's like. All right, last time you was under Jim Crow, I don't believe we had the right to vote while we was under Jim Crow. I don't think we had the right to, like, you know, maybe do what we want with banking. Like we like just, I don't know. There's probably some other rights that we didn't have outside of simply being allowed to go in the whites only area. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even agree with the whites only, blacks only thing, but I do to a degree. Like, how could I put it? Like, let me think about it. All right, so think about this. like I want us to keep the laws the same. Like I don't want black people to lose any rights. All right, so all the rights that we have stays the same. You can still do almost whatever. But the one thing I would change is that like I would want it so that black people. I'm not saying they gotta have the shittiest area in town, but just a area, right? And it's be like y'all gotta live right here. All right, y'all gotta live right here. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna.
I mean, have you seen a map of the United States of black density population? It's all in the southeast. Like the whole southeast is like you could see it. There's obviously like they
Yeah,
have the census every couple of years.
I'm not trying to make them relocate. Or all I'm saying is that like nah, because like, or I just feel like what segregation caused, what I'm trying to prevent, what segregation caused, in my opinion, is a brain drain from the black community, desegregation. So what happened was, the moment black people were allowed to go anywhere, you desegregated. Now you can go buy a house anywhere, go move out in whatever neighborhood you want. All right. What happened was the most richest amongst the black people, the smartest amongst the black people, the best amongst the black people ran away from the worst of the black people because they were now allowed to. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel like when the best of the black people were forced to battle with the worst of them, then it created a better medium, and overall black people was better because of it. You know what I'm saying? But instead, what happens now is a black person either gets up, makes better for himself, and just saves himself and his family, and says forget the rest of the black people, and leaves them to be ignorant and do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, the ignorance of black people and the dumb people amongst the black people has been left to just further concentrate over the years. You know what I mean? And I think that it hasn't, that counter side of black people have just like left black people. Like we still exist, we still get born into every generation, and then we just magically just leave. We leave every time. You know what I mean? And it's because it's like an anti-intellectual. All I'm saying is that if we were forced to have to deal with black, like I said to my mom, like I would love to say that, hey, segregation ended and black people's neighborhoods didn't change. Black people neighborhoods were just community oriented. The marriage rate didn't drop at all. Like no nothing. But that's just not the case. When segregation ended, black neighborhoods changed. You know what I'm saying? When segregation
well, I mean, in a fair argument, like everything changed. You know, it wasn't just like black people. Like everybody's lives.
The white neighborhoods changed too. White neighborhoods changed because my view of segregation.
Like the fucking marriage rates are plummeted. That nobody's fucking getting married anymore.
Yeah, but black people were the most
we have the
married.
Lowest fertility rate with like fucking.
Black people were the most married during the Jim Crow time. Those 50 black people were the most married.
Definitely, no, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I catch your drift. It's just when you said it the way you said it, it was a little jaw dropping.
I know.
You know, like you're I'm for segregation in society, but like.
But the reason why I wouldn't like but the only thing is I don't believe in the whites only thing. My perfect model for it would be Chinatown. Don't everyone like Chinatown? You know how you go to Chinatown and there's a bunch of Chinese people living there, and because there's a bunch of Chinese people living there, there's like a concentration of Chinese culture, and because of that, you get to experience the peak level of Chinese culture because you get to go there, right? You get to go there. There's no. It's not Chinese only though, because you get to go there and you get to experience the nice food.
I mean, you ever been to Little Island in the Bronx?
Nah.
They have a place like that in the Bronx. It's called Little Ireland.
Irish people.
Like, yeah, I mean,
but
like,
you see what I'm saying?
All the fucking stores.
But what I'm saying is
everything.
But the tourism is allowed, like the same way how you're allowed to go to Chinatown and enjoy the culture and spend your money there. You should be allowed to go into Blacktown, allowed to go into White. So I'm not saying it should be a whites only, Chinese only, blacks only. But what I'm saying is that you then go back to your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't visit the neighborhood. Can't say you can't have friends in the neighborhood. Can't say you can't go eat and spend money in the neighborhood. Can't say you can't go to a hotel in the neighborhood. But what I'm saying is that you trying to live there though, I would rather it'd be better. I think like maybe we could have some intermediate areas, but at the same time it's like it would just be better for each people to help for self-love. Like just because because I think black people need a little structure to help with that, bro. We
So
just
like
haven't been able to.
I have to like clarify this though. I have to clarify this. So like do you want it to be like legally that way, or you just wish that it was that way, that like they would just work together more? Like, or do you want it to be legally segregated where people should be living with their ethnicities?
As I said, I wish that black people were able to do it without it being a law. The same way how Jewish people seem to still be able to do it, Asian people seem to still be able to do it. Other cultures,
everything was promised to them thousands of years ago. They have it different.
every other race, not every other, but a lot of other races have been able to create communities where there's a high concentration of that race, and there's still prosperity and money circulation and many different businesses owned by that one race. Many other races have been able to pull it off. I wish that I could say black people too were able to pull it off outside of segregation. The only time black people were able to pull it off, to my knowledge, to that amount of concentration, to that amount of prosperity, was during segregation. You know, so that's why I always ask. I'm like, there's way more black millionaires now than there was when you had Black Wall Street, but back during segregation. So why isn't there a Black Wall Street today when there's way more black millionaires today? That's what I always want to ask. It's like there was black millionaires during segregation, but you gonna act like you as the black man today are in a less, you have more of a disadvantage. But if it was black people, well, millionaires in segregation, what the fuck excuse do you really fucking have today? You know what I mean? Like that's really like that. That's my thing. Like and that's another clip that we have here. I'm leaving the black people alone, but the segregation thing, I thought he was for it, because there's another clip where they're going off on him now from the Jubilee when it was going off on it, because he was saying that how black people committed less crime when they were in subjugation or something like that. You know what I mean? But black people did commit less crime during segregation. But I didn't know he was talking about during slavery. Now that's ridiculous. Now you can't say black people committed less crime during slavery. We were literally fucking like in chain. Like, come on, I mean, how do you commit crime as a like that's ridiculous. Your crime is like running away to be free. Like that's the crime. That's the crime you're committing as a slave. Like what crimes do a slave even commit? Like what the fuck? That's so crazy to say. Like, oh, black people committed less crimes than they were a slave. Like, you're a slave.
Doing anything normal was a crime. Like,
reading a book was a crime. Exactly, literally, no exaggeration. Reading a book was a crime. Like what the fuck?
Are you learning? You better not be learning nothing.
What do you mean that's a stop sign? Like, you're not even supposed to. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny. You know what I mean? Like you can't say that, because that's so ridiculous. But I think he did say that in the clip, and it's just, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But there's some clips that I have seen him talk when he's a little insensitive in his communication style. You know what I mean? It could be to get views. It could be, that's maybe how he feels in some regards. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's like he has a couple clips when he came at black ladies a little hard. You know what I mean? There's a clip when he came at but like this clip here. Listen to this clip here. I had posted this one and I said there shouldn't be no problems with this here. You know what I'm saying? But let's listen to this clip here right here.
Black America really needs to get its act together and stop sleeping around all the time, and it needs to actually have
why would you?
Because it's true. Because
why would you just walk up to someone and talk and attack their culture from the outside?
Well, hold on. Hold on. Let's look at the evidence. You said to myself, there's all these people suffering in Chicago. There's all these people that are terrible. I'm telling you why. It's because there's been bad decisions that have been institutionalized. Let me finish. And rap artists and athletes and people at the top level of black society that refuse to ever challenge the core rot in black America, which is that they are allowing degeneracy and hedonism to eat the soul of what once was a beautiful black culture, and instead they go around saying it's the boogeyman of racism, the white man is out to get you, and the result is black America is doing worse than it was in the 1960s. That is the contention, period. Black America really needs...
Hey, so the thing is that let me get your reaction to that. Still there?
Oh my God.
Were you listening?
What do I feel about that? Well, like, here's the thing, I mean, do you think that what he was saying was wrong?
The thing is, it's always been
Or
that.
do you think it was just his delivery that was bad? What? Because to me, there's definitely some truth rooted in what he said. Um, one thing that I respected about Charlie Kirk was that he really didn't like to say things if he wasn't sure about it, and I'm sure
Yeah.
he had a pocket full of statistics ready to say whatever it was to that guy to prove
No.
what he was saying. And
Yeah.
I don't have that. I'm not educated far enough to be that confident in my opinion, but I feel that there is some truth rooted in what he said.
Because of
His delivery might have been harsh though.
marriage rates were better, crime rates were better, birth rates even for black people were better. All three of those things were better during segregation for black people. You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime was down heavily during segregation, but that was just because like it was like a game of tag and like your black neighborhood was like home base. You know what I'm saying? And like the moment you left the black neighborhood, oh, you was up for grabs. It's probably a sundown town, right, and two miles to the left. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you anywhere else but in your town. You know, so the moment you try to like, what the fuck is you doing over here? Like, all right, wait till the sun go down. We're gonna catch your black ass. You get your bum ass back. So the thing is, right, once you got back in your neighborhood, y'all wasn't about to, y'all was, hey, you made it back. Hey, we survived. Hey, we here, cuz we alive. How are you gonna be trying to kill each other when every just fucking day one of us like disappear, get found on some tree somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, we're not about to be killing each other like that. I always say when a white man was at his worst, we was at our best. You know what I mean? And it's really the truth. We was singing together. We was creating different
Have
forms
you
of
ever
music.
seen the film Mississippi Burning?
Nah, I don't believe I actually know. I haven't seen that
No
movie.
way. It's a Gene Hackman film with Willem Dafoe, and it's about segregation in Mississippi. And three boys get murdered, and Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe are the FBI, and they go in to sort everything out, and the white people basically try to stop them from doing their job. Very, very good film. You can find it for free on Tubi.
Wow, I gotta see. I should check it out.
Go check it out, dude. That's a
Mississippi
fantastic film.
That's a watch this week.
Mississippi
All right,
Burning.
we did. I got the podcast out of because I came in with the emergency pod. You know what I mean? That's the watch this week. Go watch Mississippi.
Dude, if you've
Burning.
never seen that,
You know what I mean?
you'll cry. That movie is
Go
so
check
good,
it
bro.
out. My watch this week. I don't know. I haven't done a podcast in freaking months. But let me tell you something. The only movie that I've watched this entire year, the only movie that I've sat down and watched, I did a movie review on it. So I went to theaters to see it, and it's Sinners. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed the fuck out of it, and it was my first time ever in life going to a movie theaters alone by myself to watch a movie, and I had such a moving experience doing so that I know that I need to do that more often because had so much fun. Because there was no like I'm on a date, I'm trying to kiss her, or I'm trying to fiddle around, or I'm trying to do this or that, or I'm worried about paying for this. Nah, it's just get high, get some snacks, sit down, and just sink into this motherfucking movie. There's nothing else here to do. Now get off your phone. Nothing else to look. There's no channels, no computer. There's no. Just sit down and enjoy this motherfucking movie, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to go to the movie theaters alone again. So check out Sinners. And if you can't go to the movie theaters, check out Sinners. Or you can't pay for it. It's not in theaters anymore. If you can't pay for it, then do something else and watch Mississippi Burning because it's probably more culturally relevant right now. You probably get more out of Mississippi Burning right now, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw Sinners. I definitely like Mississippi Burning more than Sinners.
Yeah, so it's hard for it to compare.
Sinners is a great movie. It's a great movie.
But and I'll tell you one thing, one last thing about Sinners, Michael B. Jordan. So it was one of the Creed movies he did, and now Sinners, where I felt like he earned a little bit of my respect for acting chops. You know what I'm saying? Like Sinners, he did a fucking great performance. You know what I mean? He did about as good as he could fucking do, playing two characters. Pretty believable. A lot of acting towards nobody, but still a lot of work there now, and I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? He did some work there. He proved a little bit of talent there. You know what I mean? But anyway, to this guy here, yeah, with that one line he said about how the leaders of black society refuse to challenge the rotten core of the culture. You know what I mean? And that is true. The black elites of society, like the athletes, the rappers, the actors, very few of them will come with and then they get mad at Barack Obama when he said, "Oh, they'll pick up your parents," or this or that, or he'll be like, now you feel like Obama's like preaching is to the black people because Obama's not that hood. You don't see yourself in Obama for real. A lot of black people don't connect to him on that level, which is why you need sometimes a more of a hood guy to give the message because sometimes.
Well, Carl, I have to say, you know what really hit home for me, and I screen recorded it because I thought it was incredible, was when you had posted to your story about your little sister, hearing them tell her like that she was talking like a white girl or something like that, or
Yeah,
you'd posted like a 5-story thing, like explained a whole thing about it, and basically how like they were shaming her for like talking the right way or something like that, or
yeah.
what kind of bullshit is that,
Yeah, that is something that I went through. That's something my mother had went through. Something my little sister now going through because, we was all raised in the same house. You know what I'm saying? And while I might not sound exactly like Johnny Bob Thornton, you know what I mean, but at the same time, perhaps not as fluid in the ebonics as some of my other brethren that looked like me. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, when I hang out with them, I might use other terminology or use other words, and they might feel like, oh, he trying to do something, or he trying to like be bourgeois some type of way, or he think he better than me type shit, or he like acting like he white, or like doing something like you just react. You have like a weird reaction to me just communicating normally. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why do you have to associate a lower grasp on a human language, on English, with being black? Like, why if I sound more retarded, do I fit in better? You know what I mean? Like, what is that about? But like the anti-intellectual part of the black cultures was holding black people back for real. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and it's like not all of them. It's just like, how to say like the loud majority, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's the majority. I mean the minority, like because like I don't know. Maybe I just know a lot of hood black people. You know what I'm saying? But like the ratio amongst black people, like between people like me or like even my brother compared to a lot of people, like I don't know the ratio. I don't know. I feel like for every one of me, there's like 3 JMOs. So like I don't want to say these. It's like you don't know it though. There's like 3 Pookie and Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying? Like for every one of me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's we need to combat them or like just prevent them from going that route because the peer pressure is that way. You know what I mean? Like I think that's another thing I was talking to somebody about, the peer pressure. The black culture peer pressure. So if you're Asian, the peer pressure is to get fucking straight A's, is to be hella successful, is to be a doctor or some shit, a surgeon or some shit. That's the peer pressure. You know what I mean? If you're Indian, that's the peer pressure. If you're from Nigeria, they want you to pass it. The peer pressure culturally is excellence. That is the peer pressure. You know what I mean? If you're a white guy, you're an unsuccessful white guy. Meanwhile, people thinking your whole world's supposed to be like you guys supposed to have the most upper hand. No.
It depends on where you're from.
To me,
I've seen a lot of craziness going on in the South and the Midwest with the white people. There's a lot of, we have our own downturns. Trust me.
For sure,
Trailer
for
park
sure.
trash and all that.
There's tons of it. But that's the thing, though. The people that don't succeed amongst the white people are called white trash. You know what I mean? Where the people that don't succeed amongst the black people aren't necessarily considered that by the black people. You know what I'm saying? So, my whole point I'm getting to that is that the peer pressure in the black community is to be, to me, flashy above all else. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like we don't care if you make straight A's and you a nerd, but you broke we don't respect you in the black community. You know what I'm saying? If you a nerd and you got a PhD and you're making $100,000, but you can't dress right and you drive a Toyota, then the black community is very unlikely to respect you as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
For real, 1,000%.
If you it just is what it is, dog. You know what I mean? It's not about it. Like at the end of the day, what's your swag like? What is you looking like? What is the hoes around you looking like? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another reason why Obama couldn't connect. Yo, bitch is not bad, nigga. You ain't have a bad bitch. I'm sorry. That's another reason Obama couldn't connect with niggas. You not with a bad bitch. Your bitch got a fat ass, nothing like that. Niggas just not feeling what is you doing? like
Michael Obama.
I'm just keeping it a stack. You know what I mean? Like, the shit that black people respect is not necessarily like the shit that necessarily leads to the most prosperous lifestyle necessarily, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying we love black marriage, you know, we love black love. I'm not saying everything we love is the worst shit ever, but it just seems like everything we promote and push, like why is chains and jewels, and that, it's like you cannot, it's so hard to convince black people you rich if you don't have designer or jewels on you, bro. You know what I mean? It's like so hard to convince them to even look at you or listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like there's almost no way to be rich in the black culture unless you have money. Like, in other cultures, you can be rich, like, by, you know, having a loving family and, like, enjoying, like, simplicities in life, and, I don't know, like, being successful, you know, like having a house or something, or a nice car, or, you know, like, it's little simple things like that, you know. But if you don't got money and a fucking BB belt and some fucking the newest Jordans or whatever, then, like, it's not, you know, like,
it's not.
And you best be up to date on the newest fucking hip hop. Like, you best know every fucking song that came out in the past 6 months, because if you don't, then you fucking lose. Now you unk.
Now you unk.
Now you unk. Yeah.
Now, first of all, I'm on my.
When you go hang out with a Mero, you unk.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for real. Now I'm in my big bro phase. First of all, you know what I'm saying? They had to age things.
Yeah, you got another like 5 years. I'm still big bro.
Nah, fuck that. Big bro rock until 40. All right, unk status don't stop.
God. I seen 36.
Nah. Here's the breakdown. All right, you got what is it? All right, yeah, like 12 to 18, 12 to like 17 is the little niggas. You know what I mean? Then you got like 17 to like 30. That's the young niggas. Then you got 30.
Damn, you get YN to 30? That's crazy.
All right. I'll give YN to like 27 then. 27.
Yeah.
27.
I could accept that.
YN to 27. All right. Once you hit 27, I'll give you 27 to 40 for the big bro. 27 to 40, you big bro. Now, once you hit 40 to 55, you unk. All right. At 55, you are OG. You are OG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At 65, you are elder. All right, you an elder.
Respect your elder.
All right, you know what I'm saying?
65, come on. You only get 5 years as OG or 10 years as OG?
Yeah,
and you just elder?
You just OG, triple OG. You just elder. You just an elder at that. You're elder. You're elder. Get your old ass. Once you hit 65, 70, nigga, you done. You got 200 miles on the knees. 200,000 miles. 200,000 miles on the knees, all right? You know what I'm saying? It's done. Your carburetor.
Too many miles on the dash.
Your carburetor shot. You know what I'm saying? Your alternator is probably the alternator. Everything done. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. I told niggas, look, I switched it. I remember I was telling people that when I was 75, 77, I was going to take all the drugs in the world. I was going to take heroin, cocaine, everything when I was 77. Because I lived my
life.
I said that way back in the day, right? And I think that's wrong. So I've amended it. I'm not doing that no more. When I'm 77, 75, I'm not gonna take all the drugs in the world. But you know what I'm gonna do when I'm 77, 75? I'm going straight fucking cyborg. I'm done with these legs. Chop them off. All right. We're going Inspector Gadget with the legs. All right. We're going straight Iron Man. All right, I'm done. I gave y'all 75 years of natural Carl. All right, you guys about to get fucking cyborg Charlie. All right, I'm done. All right,
out of control.
Whatever. I'm gonna get a stem cell heart replacement. All the organs is getting replaced. At 75, everything's getting everything replaceable is getting replaced. New eyeballs. I want 2020.
You know, I gotta
You know what I mean?
say, that's a lot more reasonable than shooting up some dope. You know.
Yeah. Everything on me got long ass mileage at that point. You know, I probably got arthritis. My hands just shaking. Chop them off. Fuck it. Chop them the.
I mean, my dad's got hip replacements and shoulder replacements and stuff like
going
that.
straight cyborg.
And,
Fuck
like,
it. All right, I'm going fucking
yeah.
iRobot with the robo arm. Boom through the wall. All right, I'm jumping over cars. I'm running 40 miles an hour. Give me the new legs. All right, I'm out of here. All right, give me the bionic heart. I'm done with it. I'm going straight fucking cyborg 75, 76. All right, and that's a promise, right? The drugs I'll leave alone unless I need them to help my body acclimate to the new cyborg body we got here. But I'm going straight cyborg 75, 70. And if they did something, but you never know. Maybe that might be too late. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they might tell me, listen, you really need to transition to cyborg at around 55. You know what I mean? When your body still got enough adaptability to really build enough muscle around the new material. You know what I mean? If you wait till you're 75, your adaptability really drops. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I might have to do it at like 55 just to make sure by the time it's 70, it's really all built in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm really all one with the machine type shit. You know what I'm saying? Start fucking them up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going cyborg. All right, sorry, that's a side attachment. Anyway, so another one we have, Carly. Yeah, this one was not a good. This was not a good compilation. I'm going to play the Black Lady before that compilation because that's a rough compilation. I saw it once. Rough compilation. I'm going to play the Black Lady first. All right, I'm going to start good, then go bad. Start good, then go bad. All right, yeah, we're going to see this lady right here. Let's see her.
Telling black people you don't need government assistance because you can be somebody is not racist. Telling us that government assistance has hindered us because before we were on government assistance, we were a more successful people is not racist by reading and understanding the facts. Ever since we started getting subsidized by the government, we have been controlled by the government and not in only what we can do, but how we think. So when they're pointing out this stuff, y'all don't like nobody telling y'all the truth. Black people don't want to hear the truth because we benefit off of not working and being lazy off of government assistance and stuff. One thing Charlie Kirk also said was if the black people want to become better, we're going to have to stop celebrating crime and murder. Our culture is destruction. Everything we have from the women in our idolization groups, Beyonce, Summer Walker, SZA, Cardi B, Sexy Red, all of them are horrible examples of how to be as a woman.
Horrible.
The same thing with the NBA young boy, Lil Baby, Da Baby, Lil Wayne, Baby, P. Diddy. All of those are examples of how to be a terrible person. And what he is saying is get these examples from in front of you and your kids so that y'all can thrive. Also, let's work on building the family back. One of the things that destroyed the family was removing a father out the home. Put that back together so we can start becoming a good community. But we don't like being told nothing. We don't like being told how to better ourselves because we want to be victims so bad. We want to be at the bottom of somebody's pity party so bad that we'll take anything we can to disregard or dismiss any ethical or sound doctrine to help better ourselves, so that we can steady dwell on a past that no longer affects us and that we can overcome and have the ability to become somebody.
Damn. All right. Yeah. So I agree with her wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Because one of my arguments would be to him, to black people, because he's always like, oh, with this, because one of his biggest things before he goes into one of his biggest things, because of DEI. I don't know if they're qualified because now they're here because of DEI. My thing to black people is this, bro. Like I said, there was black millionaires during segregation. So to me, the only way to prove, I'm like, listen, so take away the DEI, because we only get 4% of them anyway. Most of it go to white women fucking anyway. So take away the DEI. We don't need it. Take away the fucking welfare. We don't need it. All right? If you're telling me that you think that black people are gonna fucking not have a job because we take away DEI, then we don't deserve to fucking exist anyway. And if you're going to tell me that black people are going to die off and starve because we can't be on food stamps, then once again, we don't deserve to exist fucking anyway. Right? But the fact is, we existed just fine before these things ever existed for real. And we'll exist just fine without it. All right? So And I think that it'll finally level the playing field for real. To give that way, when you see a black person doing something, you know it ain't there for no other reason other than the man just doing his goddamn job pretty fucking good. All right. So, I think that the only way to really be able to prove that is to take the programs away. You know what I'm saying? And if you're afraid of that, then you just doubt black greatness. That's your problem. You just have no faith in your people. Sorry, I have more faith than you. You think we need welfare, and I think that we will be just fine with an adjustment. We'll be just fine without it. You think we need DEI, and I think we fucking don't. You know what I mean? You think that him saying that is racist, and I think that him saying that is challenging us to be better and do better without it. You know what I mean? Like we once did. You know what I mean? And give the country a goddamn break as far as the entitlements. But even though, that being said, majority of people on welfare are white just because of statistics. You know, just for the record. Like, majority of people on welfare are like, it's like 65% white people or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, dead ass. Like, because that's
a lot of that trailer trash.
That's just because of numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as people might have always want to make it seem like, oh, black welfare queens, the truth is, most of the people on welfare, you know what? That's my trouble here. I can't. Where this hoe at? Where you at? Where you at? Bring your bitch ass up here. All right. Are most people on welfare?
Well, there's 212 million white people in America and 41 million black people. So there's 4 times as many white people, which is obviously why there's more white people on welfare than black people.
I don't know what it's gonna say. It's gonna pop up here. What are you gonna say? Hispanics, damn, yeah, y'all taking up a good chunk as well, you bastards. Hang on. And don't forget about
they're
us,
really big on it for sure.
Hang on,
Well, the majority of individual welfare recipients are white in the United States.
That's
American,
why I said per
Indian,
capita.
and Alaskan Native non-Hispanic black individuals have the highest participation rates in welfare programs relative to their population sizes.
Exactly.
This is due to higher poverty rates and different life circumstances, such as higher disability rates among some groups. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly. So so even though overall they win because of the population thing, it still says per capita likeliness to engage with the thing per capita versus, you know what I mean? See. So you can't deny the facts right now. You want to get mad at ChatGPT? Then ChatGPT is racist, of course. It's made by a white man. I know there's a black person that's already will go down. Like, yeah, they'll believe ChatGPT is racist. Now AI is racist. Charlie Kirk's racist. Anything that says it's the black man's fault is racist. Like, goddamn. Like I already know. But I'm just saying, hey, I don't think we need it. I think we survive. I think we would survive just fine without it. That's all. But anyway, now that being said, let's see this bad compilation right here.
It's Juneteenth. What exactly is going on here? Well, very few people are willing to actually call this out. From the first time that this was floated as a federal holiday, I am thankful and proud to say on this program we opposed it. This is not about out of many one. No, it's about a certain skin color now gets their own summertime celebration, the exact same thing that happens before NFL games where they play the black national anthem. This recognition of this as a quote-unquote federal holiday comes right.
Pause 1 second. What the fuck is the black national anthem?
Thank you.
Excuse me for not. I know I might lose my black card for this. But I have to ask ChatGPT.
I might lose my black card for this. Is crazy.
Hang on. What is?
I'm going up. Hold up. Song by James Weldon Johnson. Who the hell is this? and it was sung before the Super Bowl this year. Apparently, lift every voice and sing. Lift Every Voice and Sing, written by James Weldon Johnson
Lift
in
Every Voice and
1900,
Sing was the original
and
poem.
set to music by his brother, John Johnson. What a name. Is known as the Black National Anthem. Initially performed by school children to honor Abraham Lincoln's birthday, it was adopted by the NAACP in 1919 and served as a powerful anthem of hope and unity during Jim Crow era and the Civil Rights Movement. Okay. I mean, I could respect that, you know? It's got history.
Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Ain't some bullshit.
I do remember that back in school. I do remember Lift Every Voice and Sing. I do remember that. I remember that. All right. But all right.
Out of the 1619 project, look who's most excited that this is a federal holiday. And they're not talking about this as a massive celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Now we have a full day to be able to smear and slander white America. This holiday is a wedge, and I put in quotes, holiday is a wedge, used to push for countless destructive policies demanded by BLM. And remember what BLM stands for: burn, loot, and murder.
All right, now this is crazy. Now this is outrageous. I got to pause here too. That is an... Listen, I have never heard burn, loot, and murder.
Well, I just
come on. That's
I've never seen these videos of Charlie Kirk, and it is definitely pushing me in a little bit of a different direction. But does that mean that this guy should have gotten shot?
No, even still, no.
Like,
no.
Get out of here with all that shit. Like, I'm gonna stand on that hill. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
Listen, don't shoot me in the neck, okay? But look, too soon. Sorry. But
that's the
dude,
New Yorker.
I really don't get it, and honestly, I almost feel sick to my stomach laughing right now. Like, you know what really is the thing for me? I saw people, and I don't want to get political here, but like all my Democrat friends, I'm not like, I don't want to even talk about my political stance. But they put on their Instagram notes, you know how you could put a song?
Yeah.
All of them put Protect Your Neck from Wu-Tang.
Wow.
You know? All of them. I'm talking dozens of people.
Wow.
And I immediately got sick to my stomach. And I'm just going to be honest with you, like my buddy Kyle, he sent me a video of a guy that was in the front row. There was nobody in front of him. He was very close to Charlie when he got shot. And I saw the video in real time. I saw everything. And it was like, you know, you look back in the day, you used to go on those dark web websites.
Betscore.com.
Weird, crazy shit. Dude, when you see it and it's somebody's face that you know.
It's crazy.
And I don't even think I could talk about it on YouTube. It was that graphic, you know? And to see these people celebrating that, there were people that were there, that students that didn't even like him, that were on the news saying how traumatic it was for them to see that in real time. You know, they'll never forget that. It was raw, real deal, you know? And for people to be celebrating that in any kind of way, you are a sick human being. I would fight somebody over that shit. And I don't even care about Charlie Kirk like that. You know, God bless his family and stuff, and rest in peace. Yeah. But get your fucking shit together. If you're celebrating some shit like that, wake up as a human being. Be fucking real. That's bullshit.
Yeah, because my thing is this. Did he have a court case for abusing women? No. Did he have a child molester thing on him? No. Did he go beat up somebody? No. Did he tell people to go incite violence upon somebody?
He
no.
never even
you know what I mean?
Went to these people. People came to talk to him.
Yeah,
you didn't.
You didn't have to go to him. Yeah, he let you come to him. That's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, dog. None of this, but at the same time, I'm just saying. What loot and murder? What he?
Nah, burn, loot. That was crazy,
Burn, loot, and
bro.
murder
Like,
is crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy work.
Okay, I'll
That's
stand on that.
crazy
That was
work.
also
That's
crazy work.
crazy work, bro. Crazy work.
I can not
Juneteenth
stand
becoming a
behind
federal
that.
holiday is a nationalized race hustle. Juneteenth.
It's a nationalized race hustle. That's crazy. That's crazy. Race. Oh my God. All right. And so is Cinco de Mayo. It's okay. So let them get their bread. But nah, what you call it? That's funny, man. Nah, bro, nah. Burn, loot, and murder is ridiculous for BLM. That is ridiculous acronym. But anyway, man.
Nah, my boy stepped over the line with that one for sure.
One of my. I love this acronym here because not this acronym, this video here because, like I said, one of his best friends was Candace Owens. You know what I mean, they traveled the whole country together, the world together, did mad shows together, did mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised I've observed a lot of her content, but I haven't seen them two together. OD, to be honest with you, so let's say. But you see, look.
You don't understand like the divinity of him tweeting that. Like
I'm living in the
Charlie
21st
dance.
century. There's something mean to it.
What is he drinking? Milk? You can't drink milk in public. Oh, Kanye was there. Shout out Kanye. Hey, he was with Yeezy.
You don't understand.
Just dorky enough. It's hilarious. His face is small. But nah, man, come on, man. He wasn't the can listen, man. You know what I mean? There's worse things in life. Oh, I couldn't find it. I didn't save it. But there was a clip he had talking about abortion, right? And he made a great point, right? So there's one point he had, I thought it was interesting because she kept saying, all right, it says zygote. It's a zygote or something like that. And he was like, all right, what species is that zygote? And she was like,
that was actually a pretty recent one. If you go on his Instagram, you could find that video.
It's like, he's zygote is human. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, well, and then there was another lady who was like, well, it's a fetus. It's not a baby. It's a fetus. And this is my favorite one. He said, have you ever been to a fetus shower? No, you never been to a fetus shower. Because it's a baby.
Oh, so it's a baby.
Because it's a baby. And I was like, aha. You cannot, you can't beat that. I was like, when I saw that clip, I was like, yeah, they had to shoot you. They could not, because they couldn't argue with you. There's no argument around.
I mean, like I said, bro, if anybody is going to get under your skin, it's Charlie Kirk.
Because that's too
he
good.
Was locked and loaded with stats and facts.
That's
always ready to go.
That's too
and he was
good.
and he was like quippy, you know, like he
Yeah.
couldn't like he always had his words ready, you know.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there was this one which is bored. Not that he's wrong, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like we should have got him back then. It's kind of been a long time, but I still think that I'll let him talk first before I react. Yeah.
Should black people get reparations?
I believe they should.
So I, white man, have to play for black people. Why?
Wow, that's a really selfish thing you
No,
just said.
hold on. Why should I have...
That's a really non-empathetic thing to
Wait,
say.
why should I have empathy for a race? I have white guilt because I breathe? Why should the white students here have to work harder to pay for black kids? What is that all about?
Not every black person has lineage connected to slaves.
That's
and
true.
Every white person doesn't have lineage connected to slaves.
Yes, that's right. So since every black person doesn't have a lineage connected to slaves, why should we generalize and say reparations for black people?
Because there are people that are in a worse place.
So over 150 years, they didn't have any ability to make better decisions, to save money and to invest. How about you take responsibility for your own actions instead of blaming the white man? Should black...
Now, I agree and disagree. I agree that there's things we could have done to help black people be further ahead than we are right now. I 100% agree with that. But I also agree that we should have gotten reparations. Let me tell you why. Now, if America had a blanket policy and they were like, look, we don't give nobody reparations. Don't feel bad, black people. We ain't give nobody give reparations around here. All right? But that isn't the case. All right. One major reparations I'd like to point out is that the fucking Japanese people. All right. Well, now, what do we do to them? I don't know. We put them in like something about a railroad. Something about a railroad building something. You might have put a couple of them underground or something. I'm not saying that.
Nothing about a nuclear bomb.
So, was it that? Was it that they got reparations for? Was it that? All right. And
Well, they were pretty pissed about that.
let me ask the person who's really gonna know. Has the United States ever issued reparations to a race? That's the question. That's the question, ChatGPT. What you got for me? Why? Context: during World War II, 120,000 Japanese Americans were forcibly relocated in prison and internment camps. Reparations in 1998, Ronald Reagan Civil Liberties Act. Formal apology gave 20,000 in compensation to each surviving attorney. They got 20 grand. I mean, that's not the words.
All right, I just want to be honest. The Japanese were fucking terrible during World War II. I mean, they were sick people. The things that they were doing.
Kamikazes.
Well, no, they were like raping and pillaging. Like, you look into it, they were terrible. And when we dropped the bombs, a lot of people died, but it saved millions of lives. Literally millions of more people would have died if we invaded by land. So, as terrible as it was, the bombs did not detonate on the ground. They detonated in the air. And people are living in Hiroshima right now. Millions of them. So, as bad as we did, reparations weren't even that called for, I don't think.
All right, so the Japanese got their little piece. Native Americans got...
The only reason why we dropped the second bomb is because they didn't give up. We didn't want to drop 2 bombs. That's why we dropped the little bomb first. That was supposed to scare them. And they did. They got to do another one. They made a whole announcement across the entire country of Japan on the radio, on whatever TVs still worked, and it said, "Don't give up, never surrender, fight until the last breath." That's literally what the thing said. So they had no intentions on stopping fighting. And then we dropped the second bomb, and they were like, "Oh, okay, well, we're kind of fucked." So
that's all right. So, and that's not even why we gave them reparations. It was because of something. All right. So Native Americans got their piece. All right, $3.4 billion.
That was a shame. The Native Americans, and they don't get their piece.
They really didn't. They really didn't.
We
get
owe
their piece.
them so much
more. Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
All right, yeah. So the Native Americans, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna let y'all rock. But the
Talk about segregation. We sent them into like a square in Oklahoma with like nothing. There's nothing there. And we're like, all right, yeah, you get over there. And then, have you ever seen Killers of the Flower Moon? They struck gold. They all get oil. They become rich. And what do? We steal the oil. What they couldn't even.
Like, oh, sorry, we gave you that good land. My bad. We'll take that back. Hold on.
Dude, look, all right. Terrible. If anybody wants to talk shit
It's the Native Americans.
Yeah, all 5 of them are gonna get together and really start a riot.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
dude. When I was on my
but
road
they need
trip,
to be doing constant orgies for 20 years straight. They need to just
dude,
be like.
When I was on my road trip, I had a guy telling me I was driving through Montana, and there's a reservation in Montana, the Blackfoot Nation or something like that. And so I'm like on the border. Well, there was no way to drive around it. The highway went through this place, you know? And I was told by locals in the area, they were like, don't stop. They were like, get gas now, get whatever food you want now, and drive straight through the reservation. Do not get out and talk to anybody. Just go. They don't really like Americans, you know? Like, so yeah, I totally actually did stop at the gas station, and I wound up sleeping there overnight, and I met some crazy guy with a bear claw tattoo on his face, and he had a fucking tomahawk
Bear
on his
claw
hip.
tattoo?
Crazy people.
It says Unc, your
but
clock is off. What is you talking about? Oh, my clock? You talk about the clock behind me? Yo, shut up. My clock is not off, all right? Don't tell you my clock is off. Talk about my clock. My clock is not off. It's just backwards. You can't even read it. What are you talking
and
about?
hold on, he big bro. We just had this conversation.
Yeah, I
No
ain't Unc. Yeah, I ain't
What is
Unc.
going
All
on
right,
over here?
damn. Sick of people trying to play me like that. I ain't even that old.
Damn,
for
he
real.
really did just hit you with the unk too. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild work. That's wild work. Let me get back to the Instagram.
That's that high quality camera showing them gray hairs in your beard.
You know what? Yo, let me tell you one tip to y'all out there. Listen to me. It's the same camera that I had bought when I was doing my podcasting before. I heard a lot of YouTubers that gave me advice about photography, whatever. They always tell me that your lens matters more than your camera. What I bought was a $300 lens that I put. This lens, it damn near looks like I bought a brand new camera. The photographers are right. You invest in your lenses, bro, because the lenses, oh my God, it's the reason why the background look all blurry for no reason, because it's a 1.4 aperture. You know what I mean? Like I thought I needed distance. I thought I needed to get the whole room behind me. I thought to get a blurry background to make it look sharp, I thought I had to like make a huge set and shit. Really, I just needed a fucking better lens, a better lens, and then you get the fucking anyway. What you call it? So yeah, black people getting reparations.
Are you asking me?
Yeah. How you feel about
it? Did you say did black people get reparations?
They didn't. And do you think they should? And in what form would you agree to?
I mean, dude, like I listen, it's not like a collective whole thing. Like, for example, 9/11, right? That whole 9/11 situation happened, and then they created the 9/11 fund, right? Billions of dollars, trillions of dollars in this 9/11 fund, right? Now, because I live in New York, just because I saw all that happen doesn't mean that I should be able to collect from that 9/11 fund. You know? Now, if you were directly involved or you got cancer or something related to 9/11 and it caused you problems, then yeah, you should be able to get money out of there. So my answer to that is, if you could somehow prove that somebody in your family was a slave or had, been treated poorly in American history, then yeah, like, you should be able to get some form of reparations. But no, not every black person should just get reparations because of other people's problems. You know, like that's how I feel. I don't think everybody should just get a check.
Give them all a check. Come on. Nah.
Cut that shit out.
If you could, the Japanese got 20 grand. Japanese got 20 grand. Well. Then we should get all right. If
Did
you
every Japanese citizen get $20,000? I don't think so.
everyone that came out of that that internment camp.
Everyone that was directly affected.
Yeah. If you
gave goes right back to what I just said.
All black Americans, let's say like I give you 50 racks. I'm gonna give you 50 racks. You know what I'm saying? Hang on. If you gave all how much would that cost? How much would that cost? Yeah. How much would that cost? That's my question. Can't be that much, right? Come on. It can't be that much, right? Come on. It's a customer. Well, keep going. Jesus Christ. All right, yeah, that can't. That's not going to happen. Excuse me. That's crazy work. All right, that's not going to happen. Damn. That's so not going to happen. All right. What if you gave them free college for 50 years? How much is that? Hey, yo, black people, y'all could give up on the reparations. Y'all ain't never get 2.3 just to get y'all 50 grand. That's not even, that's 50 grand is like you could maybe get a crib and pay off a little debt and maybe get a good hoopty.
A crib?
Not in
where?
New York. Not in New
Down
York.
by the river?
Down,
Like
down by the river. And it will cost 2.3 trillion. They ain't never breaking that check off for you, dog. It ain't never happening. That ain't never happening. And if that's 50 grand, then 20 grand probably like a trillion, nigga. It ain't never happening. They ain't got to get y'all a trillion, fucking dog. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't never gonna happen. Oh, that shit ain't never happening. I'm hoping that this black college free college come out with a better number. Yeah, for 50 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, free college. It's really taking it. You really calculating, huh? You damn butthead. You know, all right. Come on, please give me something reasonable. Please. What's the end number? What is it? Caveats. Man, how much? 3.1 trillion over 50 years with 25% enrollment. So that means that's not even if every single black person gets in there. That's what is going on here.
Well, I
say
just
black
looked it up, and
enrollment
it
is
says that the average cost for college per person averages around $49,000 per year. 27,000 to 49,000 a year. Like, bro, you're talking that would be 4 years on the low end. 4 years would be $100,000.
Oh, god damn. Okay, we can't give y'all free college either. Hey, y'all just gonna have to tough it out, dog. Y'all just gonna
I'm just trying to be honest with you.
Y'all just gonna have to tough it out, my nigga. Like, damn, dog. We can't do shit for y'all for real, dog. All right. What if like all right.
Hey
what
man, there's already plenty of stuff being given out for
black people didn't pay taxes for
Let's look up calculator that bitch. So let's just say you pay $14,000 a year in taxes on average, and then there's 41 million people. And how many years do you want to do this for, or is this just forever? Because that's fucking $500 billion a year in taxes just from the black population.
Nah. I'm saying for 20 years. Oh shit. So what did you
20 years? You're
hold on.
talking 20 times $500 billion?
So you're saying
We're
the short
talking
answer,
$11.5 trillion. That would be if black people did not pay taxes for 20 years. For
Still
1 year, it
calculating.
would be 575 billion.
All right, it says 7.4 trillion. Damn.
Crazy numbers.
Listen, black people.
Crazy
Listen,
numbers.
I don't know what we could. You just go. Listen, we sorry, dog. We really,
Come on,
really,
like,
really sorry.
What about like the EBT and this Section 8 and all that?
Really
It's all right.
sorry, y'all. We really sorry. Okay, but we are. Y'all too valuable. Y'all pay too much taxes. We can't give y'all tuition. We can't cut y'all a check. Times is hard in this world out here, dog. We sorry, dog. No, listen, man. Listen. God damn, bro. All right, yo. You know what?
Yeah, y'all. It's not fair.
What if?
Not gonna lie.
What if black people had a max prison sentence? What if they had a max prison sentence of 1 year as long as no one died?
Bro. First of all, the prison system is already a fucking revolving door. Cashless bail. People fucking commit the craziest crimes in the world. They don't even go to jail that day. They just send you right back out. You know, like, okay. Yeah,
I'm
well,
trying
you know,
anything for us black people. I'm trying anything for
Listen,
us.
I
all right?
know that you were like shooting at the cops, you know, and you beat your wife and you're behind on your alimony.
But no
listen,
one died.
We'll put you right back outside. Just don't do it again.
Yeah, just
you know?
come on, get your shit together. Oh my God.
Bro, that ain't gonna work. That ain't
It would
gonna
be
work.
flatly unconstitutional. Come on. Oh my God.
What if we just doubled your EBTs? Like, you know.
Nah,
like,
because I don't want to be
that?
dependent. I don't want to be dependent. But if I want to use fraud or if I want to be like tax evasion, if I want to not pay taxes and y'all gotta arrest me, I can only go to jail for 1 year for not paying taxes or something like that. Like nobody died. I just got a little bit. If I want to do credit card fraud, all right, lock me up for a year. My bad. I'll get back out. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, as long as I ain't kill nobody, if I'm doing a little bullshit to get ahead, let me do a little bullshit. If I'm running a business and I build a business,
As long as you didn't kill nobody, bro.
If I ain't kill
what
nobody,
what if you're going like 100 miles an hour and you crash into and cause a pileup and you break like 3 people's necks and a baby loses their legs? You only go to jail for 1 year.
Why you gotta bring it? You gotta bring it right to the borderline. You gotta cause. Why you gotta cause as much carnage as possible? Right? It's like, why the baby gotta get fucked up? Yeah, that's fucked up. Why the baby gotta get? It's like, damn. That's terrible.
And on top of all that, you was drunk.
Oh my God.
Like, oh no, it's okay. He's black. 1 year. Like, bro, nah.
He said he's black. 1 year. Hey, look, man. Look, I gotta piss.
How about this? As long as nobody got hurt, and as long as you didn't steal more than $10,000.
Nah, you gotta give me a bigger run than that. Come on, man. You got.
You gonna go up in the fucking
I can't
jewelry
even buy
store
a
and steal
rollie
all the-
with that shit. I can't buy a rollie.
Oh my god.
Nah, come on. You gotta give me a bigger ceiling than that. Come on, we take it. That's what we do. It's what we do. Nah, you gotta give me like a good at least at least like 30 racks. At least like 30 racks. Let me run up a little quick 30. I really want $1 million on them niggas, but let me run up a quick 30 racks. You know what I'm saying? If I do more than that, you know what I mean? They were like, listen, you had 20,000. Chill out. We'll let you walk. All right. You do any more, you're going to the big house. All right, for a year. All right, and we're gonna let you. But you can't do me consecutive sentences. You gotta let me release you, and you only allowed to like every 5 years. All right, the fuck out of here. Like I get 5 years out at least. All right, you can't just like me up every other year.
All right. So hold on. I'm going in here. I'm reading into this. Have any countries ever paid for reparations for slavery? While most major slave trading powers like the UK and France have not paid direct government reparations to the countries most affected by slavery, Haiti was forced to pay France for its independence, and some entities like the University of Glasgow and the Bank of England have made payments or pledged funds. Here we go, though. Netherlands has pledged 200 million euros in awareness and addressing slavery's effects, and some U.S. states like California have formed task forces to study reparations. So I guess they're considering it in California. I don't know. Let me look into this more.
There was a place in California that was thinking about getting reparated, but it would only be to the motherfuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like which I would soonly be one of them. I'll go pull up for 6 months, go get my check and get the fuck on. You know what I mean?
But like California, we didn't even go to California until like fucking.
Yeah, they barely had slaves over there for real, man. They got
Yeah.
5 people that are eligible for that bread. For real over there.
Yes, California is considering reparations for slavery, though not in the form of direct cash payments. A state commission task force delivered over 115 recommendations in 2023 for addressing historical injustices against Black Californians. Black Californians, for real? Crazy. State lawmakers are currently advancing a package of bills to implement these recommendations.
That's crazy.
Road to Repair 2025, California Legislative Black Caucus introduced a legislative package of 16 bills based on the task force's recommendations. This package is framed around racial equity and structural reform, and notably does not focus on cash reparations. Permit the public and private universities to give admissions preferences to the descendants of enslaved people. See, I fuck with that. This is what I'm talking about. They are actually considering letting Black people go to college for free if they can prove that they have descendants of slave people that were slaves.
All right.
I would vote yes on that. If
right.
there was a bill,
If you
I
could
would
prove
pass
it,
that.
if you could prove it, I understand. You know what I mean? All right, look. We've been recording
Ending forced prison labor. They're considering ending forced prison labor, funding equity and efforts, wellness centers.
I don't see what that got to do with slavery. We should continue forced prison labor. Matter of fact, we should make more money off them niggas in prison. We should make a whole TV show they don't get paid for. We should make.
Well, first of all, they make like 10 cents an hour burying fucking dead bodies.
Everyone on death row should be forced to fight to the death, and whoever wins gets to get out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we were spending money killing them ourselves anyway. We should make them fight to the death, man. That'd be great. They have a chance to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like a 10-person death match. Whoever wins, you know what I mean, we'll let them out, or we'll just let them. You know what I mean?
They got a formal apology from Governor Gavin Newsom in 2024. How nice.
Oh, that's nice. We still haven't gotten one from a president though. I don't think we even got one from the black one, which is crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I need a bathroom break. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's about to run down my leg, B. So listen. What I got the Be Right Back screen, and I'm gonna be right back. Just give me like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard on the Be Right Back. So I had to go in it, but I'm gonna be right back. Here we go. All right. I pulled back up. I don't know if Colin's still here. Colin, you there? No, I think I lost Colin. All right. Well, here we are. Wait a second. Abortion. I never did get to get those Charlie Kirk abortion clips. Do I have any?
My man is just sitting here eating cookies. Crazy. My man is just.
Hang on. Because the people can't see the clip. Let me change it. Change it up. There we go.
Bro's got it full screen. I'm just watching him smacking his lips over there.
Oh my God. Let me rock, dog.
Well, first I was like, I thought I had my volume on my phone. I figured I was going to hear you when you came back. So I looked over and I seen you moving and I was like, what the fuck? Put my headphones in and it's silent. And then I look and I seen you eating a cookie. I was like, he has no idea.
I'm back, though. This is that clip I was talking about earlier. Here we go.
This, instead of saying ruin, first of all, babies are a blessing. Stop talking at them as if they're some sort of annoyance.
I will have to drop out of college.
Number two, if you play certain games, you win certain prizes. If you're going to go have sex...
So you're saying I should drop out of college to support my child and supporting my life?
I'm saying if you're going to engage in coitus, in the practice of having children, you might end up with a baby. So know that. And guess what? You don't need to have sex before you get married. It's not like showering. It's not like eating.
Are you married?
Yes, with 2 beautiful children.
Wow, good for you.
I could tell you're not married.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
If I just happen to be pregnant.
Oh, you don't happen to get pregnant. It's not like getting COVID.
You don't happen to get pregnant. I love that too. Like, you don't happen to get pregnant. Get the hell out of here. There's no such thing. Nah, I mean, like, it's crazy. Yeah. Let me see here.
How are you? What a beautiful kid that is.
Thank you.
What a gift from God.
Much.
Yeah.
She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Something that kind of has me like on the fence of whether or not I go kind of like full blown more like conservative or moderate is just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody. That is just beautiful.
I see that, we're starting to save a lot of money from things such as like Doge, but do you think that some of that money should go back to maybe like reforming the way that welfare is done to help poor families who do want to kind of pursue that American dream?
Great question. The number one objective of any social welfare program should be how do we keep the family together and put dads back in the family. Unfortunately, in the black community, dads are the most absent of any community. About 2/3 of all black youth will be raised without a stable father around. And I know it's crazy, right? And that little precious angel of yours deserves to have a father around. And unfortunately, as we've removed dads from families, government has come in and has taken the place. So some people need help and they need social assistance. All of that should be about incentivizing the dad staying around, not the dad leaving. The Democrat Party does not talk about dads at all. The Republican Party, we are talking about how men need to be men again, in the home, take responsibility, provide for your family, and with strong families comes smaller government and a better country. How are you?
I mean, I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with that. He didn't.
I mean, I don't, especially like publicly, I don't really like to stomp around politically and tell people how I feel. But I mean, that spoke kind of right up my alley. there was a guy in the comments on your YouTube live stream, and when we were talking about, how black families many years ago were, in a sense, in a better position in some ways, and he said there used to be more fathers like present, in the families, and that definitely has a big impact. And not necessarily just the father thing, but a whole family, a family that is together, that is helping, even if it's a single father and the mother isn't there, it has the same effect, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, your mom is a fucking hardworking woman, and my mom too, and single moms, they are kick-ass people, and my sister's a single mom too, and I give her 2 thumbs up. If I had 3, I'd give it to her. Like, she's the greatest. I don't know how she does it. But that doesn't mean that as much as I can praise them, I don't support that being a thing. My dad doesn't have many things on his car, but he has a sticker that says Planned Parenthood, and it's very important. And when I'm getting a little deep here, might be off topic of the Charlie Kirk thing, but when you're bringing a child into this world, you are, in a sense, giving up a large majority of your life to be able to give a good life to that life that you have brought into the world, and your whole life should become giving that child a better life, and if you don't think that that's how it should be, then you shouldn't be having children. That's just plain and simple. I mean, everybody has the right to, and I hate to say it, there are definitely people out there having babies so that they can get more money from government assistance. And I'm not going to say that some of those people aren't loving families, but there's no way it would be a huge fib to say that there's nobody out there taking advantage of the system in those kinds of ways.
Definitely.
So,
well, let's react to this next trend, this clip here. I don't know, it says transgenderism. I'm interested. Let me see what's popping.
Oh, finally
so
found
for one
some
thing,
juice.
you would
All
make
right.
the claim that trans women are not women. And I think that is a harmful stance.
Okay, so what is a woman?
A woman was a gender, but a woman is a person that is female, you would say.
Gender is an artificial concept made up by John Money in the 1960s. There are no genders, there are 2 sexes, and there are unlimited personalities.
Well, your personality is unique to you. Your gender is a category that you fall into.
I thought that gender is fluid. So can trans women give birth?
No, but I don't think all women can give birth.
Can somebody self-identify as a leopard?
A leopard, no, because a
Why?
leopard has a definition of it's a different species. You can't identify as something that you aren't.
But it's a different sex, so you can't identify as a different sex.
You can't, you're right. I wouldn't say that trans women are biologically assigned female at birth. That's just not true.
Oh, okay, so what you're saying is that they're
matters. It's
masquerading.
only relevant in your role in society, the way that you're viewed.
It's not just about the roles in what they are. We are fundamentally different at our core. Our brain structures are different. Our hormone levels are different. Our needs, our wants, our desires, how we talk and process information. God made us uniquely different. It's not just how you look. It's not just how you present. A biological man can put on a bunch of makeup and camouflage as a woman. It will never actually make him a woman. It will not make him think like a woman or act like a woman. And so the whole idea of transgenderism is inherently super disrespectful to biological reality and real women themselves, saying that it is just an outfit or a costume that women can go put on and you magically become a woman.
So for one thing, you would make the claim that trans women are...
I think his last point in that clip was the most powerful one, really. Yeah, it's not just a costume you can just put on. I'm a woman now. I'm a woman.
I mean, there was one that he had, and he was like, well, would it be okay for me to paint my face black and do blackface? And they said no. And he goes, well, okay, well, why can't I identify myself as a black person, but somebody can identify themselves as a woman when they're a man, And he was like, that's, it's the same thing. You can't argue that it's not. You're trying to be something that you're not, And if it's unacceptable in one sense, why is it acceptable in the other? You know, like where do we draw the line in the sand here? You know,
I agree. I've seen that clip before, but I do agree. I do agree with that clip there. But let me see. What the hell? He's got a mask on? That's ridiculous. Oh, shout out him. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm not sure. Is it? I want to see this white lady here. See what she's saying. I'm pretty sure nothing good is gonna happen here.
First of all, I can't hear anything.
Listen, though, I mean,
okay,
like,
I don't think anybody can.
Burn Luton murder was crazy. like,
proud of your.
I cannot just you know, pass that by. Like that was just like that was a little ridiculous.
Now, yeah, that's over the top, dog. That was
people that just quit their jobs, use the money that they got.
That was racist.
Yeah, come on.
I'm just gonna have to put that one out there and say it how it is. You know,
I wish you could have had the juice. Yeah, that's gotta be racist. That's gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta be racist. That was crazy. Nah, that was a nuts one. I don't think I got a. That's the same one as the other one. All right, this is one black guy here. This is content he made about it. I kind of disagree still, but whatever. I'll let him get his piece off.
I don't understand why people are being so mean about Charlie Kirk.
Didn't he say school shootings were necessary to keep the Second Amendment?
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean he deserved it. He just had a couple of differences of opinion. Just because he believed that black people deserve police brutality and built a platform saying that police brutality either wasn't real or that black people had it coming doesn't mean that he was racist, and that doesn't mean that he deserved to get shot.
I think it does mean that. He wanted other people to get shot.
Just because he said that if women get assaulted and get pregnant from the assault, that they should have to carry the babies to term, and that if it happened to his 10-year-old daughter, that he would make her carry the baby too, doesn't mean that he was a bad person.
Yes, the fuck it does. That's a bad fucking thing to think.
Difference in opinion. Why are
that
you like
is not
this?
a fucking opinion. That's evil.
Look, just because he said that trans people should be dealt with the way we dealt with them in the 60s, which either...
Now hold on a second. Let me get one thing about that last abortion point you made. Right? Look, hear me out. Who was it? It was. He's a great debater too. He's a white guy. Damn, I forgot his name. He's went viral for coming at women several times. He is also anti-abortion. The argument he made was like, he said the human spirit is very resilient, right? You got raped and you got pregnant, and you're saying that your kid can't do great things because they're a result of sexual assault. You know what I mean? You don't think that that's something that he could overcome? Or do you think that all kids that were born of grape went on to have crappy lives? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, the kid could become better than that. Could go on to lead some sort of foundation that, you know, some anti-grape foundation or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that is a reason why people used to kill the kid, but it's not necessarily the reason why the kid wouldn't have a good life. That's you feeling some type of way about maybe the kid dad being not a great guy. That doesn't necessarily mean the kid's not going to be great. You know what I mean? Kids turn out better than their fathers all the time. You know what I mean? But sometimes they end up just like him, and he's gonna grape you too when he gets older. Now, just kidding. Anyway, but let me see.
Implied lobotomy or lynching doesn't mean that he was violent, and it doesn't mean that he deserved violence.
The shit he said literally is fucking violent. Yes.
Look, he was against gun control. He thought that empathy was a weakness, and he also believed in free speech. Why? What's?
Hang on. What proof do you have that he thinks empathy is a weakness? You know what I mean? That's that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you could be Christian and think that. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the first stories they should really teach in Christianity is the fall of Lucifer, because there is so many questions answered. It's my favorite story in the Bible. I think it might be my favorite story. You know, I mean, I can't think of any other story that tells me so much than the fall of Lucifer. The fall of Lucifer tells me so much about. Like, I remember one time I asked my mom, I was like, all right, so you're a goody two shoes your whole life, all right? Then you die and you make it into heaven. My question is, can you now do bad stuff in heaven if you want? You know what I mean? Or do you still stuck doing, we got to be goody two shoes forever now? You know what I mean?
Man, that's the fucking kind of questions that get you kicked out of church. You know what I'm saying?
And she was like, why would you need free will? You don't need free will in heaven. You can do what you just gonna be. And then that made me sound like, well, so that made me feel like, so you're saying I'm just gonna be brainwashed when I get to heaven? It's gonna be brainwashed. I'm not gonna be able to, not gonna have free will in heaven. That doesn't sound great to me. That sounds like bullshit, right? I mean, that doesn't sound cool, right? But if you listen, if you know the fall of Lucifer, the devil, was once an angel. And not just any angel.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
not just,
he was like this. He was like the right hand man.
Yeah, he used to lead the angels in prayer in heaven, and he used to be one of the few angels that was able to look God in the face. So he was a top angel. You know what I mean? And if you really think about it, what happened was the devil, the angel, while in heaven, started talking. When he was done leading the angels in prayer with God, he flew to another part of heaven and started talking shit about God to another angel, and was able to get angels to his side. And like, yo, this God guy, we could probably overthrow him, but he ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really thinking that I look better than him anyway. Now his face is really, he really mid for real. You know what I'm saying? He talking all of this shit about God in heaven, and then causes a war in heaven. There was a war in heaven where the angels and them was fighting. You know what I mean? And it's like, that lets you know, listen, even though you was in heaven, even though you was one of the most cherished angels ever, you still, if you wanted to, was able to go talk shit and lead a whole rebellion and go start a war in heaven. You know, so that answers a lot.
And now where did that land him?
Huh?
And I said, now where did that land him? In hell.
That landed him in hell, but that also taught me another lesson too. So not only did I learn to have free will in heaven, it also taught me a lesson of mercy. Because think about this. When you think about killing somebody, right? When you think about you're going to kill somebody because they deserve to die. If there is anybody in history that deserved to be killed, it was the devil. When God came upon it, but it said when God came upon them fighting, he looked upon the devil with compassion, right? Instead of God killing the devil, because God is God, he banished them to another realm. You know what I mean? Maybe to some degree, some people say that God uses the devil to test man. Some people say God gave the devil a chance to redeem himself if he could come to his senses or something like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what God didn't do was kill the devil. You know what I'm saying? So if God didn't kill the devil after he was talking shit about him in heaven, after God gave him such a cherished position, you know what I mean? Then what gives you the right to kill Charlie Kirk? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? God didn't kill the devil. God just banished him away. You could have banished Charlie Kirk, just not gone to his stuff and just blocked him on social media. You just banished him out of your world. You know what I mean? That's what God did. God just banished the devil out of his world. This is heaven, and you don't get to be here anymore. I'm going to banish you to another world. You know what I mean? So I'm kicking you out of my world. That's what God did, instead of killing the devil. You know what I mean? So you could have kicked Charlie Kirk out of your personal world. You know what I mean? Instead of going to kill Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So the fall of Lucifer has a lot of lessons in it. It shows you a lesson of mercy. It shows you free will even when you're in heaven. You know what I mean? And it shows you that God wants you, even when you're in, God wants you to do the right thing because you want to, not because you have to. So in my mind, at no point does God take away your free will. God just will, which is cool to know. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he don't want no fake shit around him, all right? Listen, if you don't want to be here, you ain't got to fucking be here, all right? All right, well, you were good for 1,000 years, and now you want to be a cokehead? No, get the fuck out of here. You know what? God, like, What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? I'm sorry, God. I had a bad weekend. I repent. I repent. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right, because you listen. Like, I wonder, though, how bad, because God let him talk a lot of shit. Like, he could have just not led the rebellion. He could have just talked shit for a week and then, like, nah, let me chill. You know what I'm saying? And then went back to leading prayer, and God was like, yeah, I'm going to let you pray. You was talking shit last week. Sorry, though. I'm going to let you rock. Because like, it probably ain't all happen in one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably had to take time to convince the angel. So you probably talked shit one week, came back and led prayer, like, yeah. Went back to this nigga really, you know what I'm saying? like, we really got to break down that story, bro. That story is really wild, though. That story is really wild. That story is crazy. But yeah, this guy here is trying to, like, use satire or, like, backwards, reverse. Nigga, nah. It's still not justifying him dying. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what this one was. I'm going to click on it anyway. I forgot what it was.
So how is it that the NBA is 75% black? It's because they're better at basketball than white people generally are. It's not because
That's because of DEI.
No, oh, really? What DEI? No, seriously. What DEI program or policy does the NBA have? Do they have a stated goal saying we're only going to hire black people? No, the NBA owners say we want the best basketball players, and they end up with a 75% black league. The NFL, it's a cutthroat business. They want the best possible football players. They end up with 50% of the NFL being a black league. We want the best. We want better. We don't care about the color of your skin. We want merit and we want excellence in this country. So how is it that the
that doesn't sound that racist, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't sound that racist. You know what I'm saying? Although you're trying to say I'm not good at basketball because I'm black. That's not fair. That's not right. But that's like that's like a compliment though. That's like you're good at basketball because you're black. But how would I feel like it has happened before? Like, you at work and you shoot something in the trash can for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And then they be like, "Oh, you missed that jump shot, or you lost your black card." You know what I mean? You're supposed to make the jump shot. Why? Because I'm black. I got to be good at basketball. I guess that's like an Asian that got to be good at math. Like, nah, you got to be good at math. Like you Chinese.
I can't lie, bro. It really is just that one clip. That shit threw me over the edge. I was sitting here. I tried my best to defend Charlie Kirk, and then he says, "Burn, loot, and murder." I mean, shit, man, come on. I can't even stick up for you, bro.
Oh my God. Oh.
He really did that? Come on, I mean, like, what the hell?
That's funny as hell. All right. Why isn't it? All right. I go race. Yeah. Well, you acting like what? Oh yeah, this is not a good clip. I mean, I don't know.
action? Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear it because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how action. Yeah, we know.
Now look, I think that was the fairest statement that she could have made, honestly. You know what I mean? That's the fairest statement she could have made. I mean, because it's true. Because that is true. If you get admitted into the school because of DEI or whatever, but you just, like, I don't know, can't pass any of the goddamn class, Yeah, I don't think the DEI also says we must also pass you in the class. I don't think it also says that. Now it's like, we'll let you in. I guess we got to let a couple of you in and give you a shot. But if you fail, then you fucking fail the class. You know what I'm saying? But if you get the degree, you get the degree. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you can't discount them getting through there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like that still takes work. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just mad that they got the opportunity in the first place, I suppose. You know what I mean? Or you feel like they wouldn't have got there. But the Asians feel the same way, to be honest with you. Them Asians fighting from the other side of the thing. They're like, we do 99% on every test. And you know, let we in. We do everything right. they extra mad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all limit their percentage. They're like DEI, and then the other one, I don't know what their version would be like. Nigga, nah. Like, I don't know. Be like, nah, you ain't getting in, B. You ain't. We got too many of y'all. It's too many. This whole campus would be Asian. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta limit y'all. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pump the brakes on them. They be tight. You know what I'm saying? They probably more mad about DEI. I probably took an Asian person spot more likely than a white person, for real. But like I said, you might get into the school on DEI, but like she said, you ain't graduating via DEI. You still got to get the goddamn degree. You know what I mean? There ain't no DEI doctors. That's another thing too. Yeah, like to be a pilot, I know, like, you have to learn a lot of shit to be a pilot, and it's a certain amount of hours you have to fly to be able to be a pilot. Like there's standards to that. That's not. Yeah, because he had another one he was talking about pilots. What was the other one about the pilots?
See a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Because of DEI, it begs the question, when you see a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in custody,
and it's like, nah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, because it's just like, there's, first of all, so few black pilots as there is. You know what I mean? So it's like, and there ain't a ton of them. You know what I mean? And growing up, I don't know a lot of black people at all that have ever even expressed the faintest interest. Them niggas barely. Sometimes niggas, I know more black people that have expressed fear from flying on a plane than I have ever heard of a black person saying that they ever wanted to actually be. I know 2 black people I could think of that said they wanted to be in the Air Force. 2. Maybe a third one, vaguely. I know mad black, tons of black. 3 times in my life I've ever heard about them. I'm gonna go to the Air Force, and none of the 3 did either. None of them ever did. They just, like, I don't know, had a fetish about it for 6 months and then let that be a fart in the wind. You know what I mean? Because the fuck out of here. What am I flying? That's why there was a joke. That was a joke a comedian made about 9/11. Like, we knew that shit wasn't us. We only steal shit we know how to drive. You know what I mean? We don't steal boats. We don't steal shit we don't know how to drive. You know what I mean? We ain't about to fly that plane into goddamn nothing. You know what I mean? So nah. You know what I mean? I had never seen this black brother. I've never seen this clip before. This brother looked dark. He dark as hell. You know what I'm saying? What he out here in the sun talking about?
So I want you to answer me this. How is it that coming up in Chicago, East Garfield, and coming up in Cabrini Green, can you tell me how is it that coming from a city like that and getting to a place where we came from a single parent home to a no parent home, can you tell me how is it that I was able to get married, which in June I'll be married 24 years. I have a 23-year-old son and a 21-year-old son, got through school, got a degree, went back and got another one. Can you explain to me how systemic racism kept me from doing that?
It doesn't. Systemic racism didn't, because every person can make good decisions and flourish in this country regardless of the color of their skin.
So then how is it that somebody like me did it, though? I mean, wait, I'm black. I'm coming up in an oppressed era, so can you tell me how I was able to achieve that?
You tell me.
Well, from what I'm being told, it's because I was lucky.
It was probably hard work, good decisions, maybe a pastor or a mentor that, gave you good guidance.
So then why is it so hard for everybody else to look like me to understand that?
You ask them.
Trying to. So I want you to answer.
Oh, he came from the other side. See, this is my thing. This is my thing. You know what I mean? This is my thing. I always be like, this is why this is the only reason why I agree with some of it, because I'm so not with black people acting like it's impossible. That's what I'm saying. Like, even when it was like trying to lynch you in the street and shit, there was still black millionaires. Even when there was sundown towns, there was still black people first and that had thousands of dollars in their pocket. So my thing is, like, even when it was the worst conditions ever, niggas found a way to win. And now with all the information at your disposal, all the different things that you could do, you want to act like you can't find a way to win right now? It's bullshit, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man. You really trying to, come on, dog. You ain't better than that. Come on, man. Come on, my God. Come on, dog. This BS. This nigga damn near did it. This nigga talking. He would have did it if he had one leg and one arm, nigga. He would have had one mother, had one pillow, only slept 1 hour one night. I still made it. This nigga said, like, God damn, this nigga was gonna make it regardless. This nigga said, why can't they understand? Well, what was the systemic racism holding me back? What was it at? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's like when I told niggas I'm gonna start my shit and build up a platform. And they told me there's gatekeepers in Detroit. I'm like, well, you know, I don't know. I've been dropping thousands of clips at this point, and I don't know. I done been talking in the middle of the square and all of that, and ain't nobody come bother my black ass yet. So I don't know where they at, but they must be coming soon. Something, you know what I mean? Because I just been minding my goddamn business the whole time, having a good old jolly time, you know. Just Charlie G on the other side of this thing, not Charlie Kirk. This is Charlie G. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing my thing. You know what I mean? But but some of the other clips is a little inflammatory. You know what I mean? I gotta say. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me.
Yeah,
see.
burn, loot, and murder was crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one of the first times I've seen him was when he was on the PDP podcast. I knew he was on it. You know what I mean? That's one of the first times I've seen him. I don't know if he ever got on the Bill Maher show, but I feel like he would do good on the Bill Maher show. You know what I mean? Not Malcolm. I think it is interesting. What's this one?
In America, we learn about toxic masculinity. We never talk about toxic femininity. Do you agree that there's toxic femininity as well?
I mean, I think it's an unfair double standard.
Why?
Well,
how can femininity not be toxic if masculinity can?
I think that they come from two very different places. I think toxic masculinity comes from a level of misogyny, where I think toxic femininity often comes from a reaction to a misogynistic system which fundamentally oppresses and systematically oppresses women. And I'm not saying that toxic femininity is a good thing, but I'm saying it's a much more understood and valid reaction to a system of oppression versus toxic masculinity, which oppresses.
Okay. So even if I grant you that, are they teaching toxic? Has that term ever been used in a school that you know of?
One is creating a system of oppression.
No, that's your interpretation. No, you can make every excuse under the book that you'd like, but only one chromosome set gets criticized, called that they're terrible and awful.
Hey, listen, man. Women get criticized sometimes, you know. Mostly when they're fat or ugly. Yeah, I think, you know. I don't know. You know. I do feel like women get told that, you know, I don't want to hurt a girl's feelings. No one wants to. Sometimes no one wants to tell them the truth, really, because, you know, no one wants to deal with hurting their feelings. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my what was the last one I had here? Oh yeah. All right. This is the last thing I got to debate, and then I'm gonna let it go. This is the last point I had here, cause I want to ask ChatGPT this. This is for sure a ChatGPT question. Where you at, shorty? Where you at? All right. Who has had a bigger impact? And is there death compare?
I mean, I think it would be important to clarify. I mean, Charlie Kirk just Oh shit! Sorry, I got that thing out so I can watch your videos. But yeah, like he was very important to freedom of speech. You know, I mean, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King definitely had a little bit of a different approach. Wasn't really, not that freedom of speech wasn't a part of their, you know, what they preached, but it wasn't the main focal point, which Charlie Kirk's it was. You know.
All right, all right. No, I'm just saying that night, Charlie Kirk did a lot, and he inspired a lot of people. And I think that overall he was good. He was a good ingredient in the dish of trying to make America better. Like he was a good person in the marketplace. He put a lot of pressure on people to be better, to be more brave, and like I said, I think he was overall good for the political conversational landscape of America. He was good for it. He was good. It's a shame that he's gone.
I mean, you kind of explained it to me when we were younger. You know, it's healthy to debate. It's healthy to get your opinions out there and to learn truth instead of like hiding in the unknown and like not having any interest in figuring out what's going on or why you should feel a certain way. You know, you just feel that way because the next guy feels that way or something. You know, like grow your own opinion. You know, like become your own person. Like
it's true. It's true.
It's very important to debate because if you don't debate, then that's how things get to the point where somebody gets fucking. Well, first of all, yeah, he got killed anyway, but that's when things get bad. Is when people don't talk about stuff. You know.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, because a channel I watch a lot, PDB, PBD, whatever. Patrick Bet David, you know what I'm saying, with the Valuetainment people. I saw him saying on his show, as if it was like so thing. He was like, Charlie Kirk is the equivalent of a Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? And I'm like, listen.
That's kind of crazy, though.
And I'm like, that's nuts. Just because you got millions of views online. Like, hold on, man. This guy.
Dude, his most viewed video on Instagram has his most liked thing was his death, obviously, which was like 3 million. But his most liked video before that was like 1.4 million. Dude, like Martin Luther King had so much influence. Like, I'm talking like tens of millions of people.
Martin Luther King led a 1,000,000-man march. All right, like
yeah, that is a totally different.
That is a different 1,000,000-man march to get 1,000,000 motherfuckers in the street, roughly. All right, fucking behind your cause, motherfucker. Nah. They're reshaping federal law and ChatGPT said Martin Luther King has immeasurably bigger impact. His death altered the course of the nation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it says it's not comparable with King's scope or historical. It's not comparable.
Now, if we're talking in the sense of like people that had the most influence on freedom of speech in America, I would put Charlie Kirk in like the top 3. You know, he definitely pushed freedom of speech more than anybody that I am educated on in this country that has existed. You know,
for sure.
He influenced people to form an opinion and care about it. You know, and even if your opinion was something that he didn't believe in, he supported you having that opinion. You know. Believe in yourself.
There was a random gay black YouTuber that I seen a video of, and he posted, it was a video, just him trying to clear up some things about Charlie Kirk. And he actually met Charlie Kirk at some point. He had in the video, and he said Charlie Kirk once again encouraged him to be more vocal and search for truth. You know what I mean? And he's the reason why he had started a YouTube channel in the first place. He was saying it was because of his interaction with Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good Like that's one thing I always try to tell people is to chase their dreams, man. Chase your dreams, whatever your passions is, whatever your business idea is, whatever your brand idea is, like whatever you feel like is your best way to package your your talents and give it to the world and your contribution to humanity. You know what I mean? Your unique contribution to humanity. And that's what a business and a brand is. That's why I love people like the creator. Even if you create like a little piece of art, like this is your unique creation, your contribution. You're like, yo, this is my little piece of art. This is my little thing right here. There's a lot of pieces of art. There's a lot of rifles, but this one's mine. All right, there's many rifles. All right, there's many pieces of art, but this one's mine. I made it. Here it is. So on a marker right here. Put it in your house and don't let the house burn down. Okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing like making your own little thing, making your own little shirt. You know what I'm saying? I still got the rainy day shirt somewhere over there on the shelf right there. You know what I'm saying? I still got the.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's nothing like making.
I gotta send you some new stuff. I made some really good products.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? But yeah, on that note, yeah, I had to settle that one. I was not gonna let that be a narrative that I was gonna listen to. Marlon, stop it. I love Charlie Kirk. I love freedom of speech. No fucking
Yeah, stop the madness with that whole Martin Luther King comparison.
No fucking way. No way. I'm not letting y'all have that. All right. I'm not, because I'm not saying Charlie Kirk didn't receive death threats before he died, but however many death threats he received, it's probably not nearly as much as, although I don't know, because of the DMs, he might got a lot of DMs. You never know. A lot of DMs, more than death, but King, I think it was like got a death threat like probably every morning, every day he woke up.
Oh,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like you know. And the other thing is like, I wonder. I feel like I wonder, because you know there was definitely people that celebrated when Martin Luther King died. You know what I mean? It's just that like, I wonder how public. I wonder how that was. I wonder if white
Well,
people.
even when Joe Rogan found out that Charlie Kirk died, like he was doing a podcast with Charlie Sheen, and the first words that came out of his mouth, he said, "Oh no, people are going to celebrate this. It's going to be bad." That's exactly what he said.
Damn, he knew from the
Like
jump.
he knew immediately. That was the first words out of his mouth. Was, "Oh man, people are going to celebrate this. It's going to be bad."
Hang on. There's a lot of outrage about people celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. Do you think which assassination had more people celebrating the fact that it happened? Were more people happy Martin Luther King died, or were more people celebrating that Charlie Kirk died? Because my question is, I wonder which one was a more, like, I feel like reactions at the time. Radical and this people. Wow. Celebratory. Let me see. Okay, all right. Huh. You think so? Social AI ChatGPT feels like the celebration that is overblown with Charlie Kirk. Feels like it just feels more numerous because of social media, because way you can single it out. It's crazy. You know, I never thought about that. Why would more people be I guess that was the culture back when King was, you know what I mean, in America. Because he was never that. He wasn't like mean like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you got a couple of them clips that you can see from Charlie Kirk. You'd be like, oh, it's a little borderline. I don't know. It's a little questionable. I don't know where you were trying to go with that. You know what I mean? Martin Luther King don't got nothing like that. He ain't got nothing like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't like at no point where maybe we should just stab him, just stab all the white people or some dumb shit. Like he wasn't saying that. It wasn't like other by any means necessary. That was the other guy. That was the other guy. You know what I'm saying? That was the other guy. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's crazy. I think people I guess people were celebrating when he. I guess you know what I'm saying. Whenever you talk shit, you get shot. Someone gonna celebrate. That's really sad. Sad. It's gonna be your haters. Could be some dude you thought you was your best friend gonna celebrate, man. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But hey, thank you for coming through.
You remember that viral like Instagram post from like 2011 where the guy was like, had to go to my biggest hater's funeral just to make sure he was dead.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it be like that, dog. You be like thinking, you know, shit all good, and you know, you never know. You never know till you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But thank you for coming through, man. Shout out Rainy Days. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my
Yeah, man. I
phone,
wish I
bro.
had some more time to get on there and you know, talk about the brand and stuff. And I'm sure we'll get back around. We'll have another episode. I'll hop on, you know.
Yeah, man.
But I'm definitely proud of my products. You know, I've come a long way from screen printing things onto blank gilded shirts, you know. Now I'm using high quality Champion products, all embroidery. I have a lot of actual rain proof products on my store. You know, go check out the website, rainydays.org.
Yeah.
Should have had a bunch of other stuff here in the Discord as well that I was going to talk about. Some trips that I was on. Oh, I actually wanted to start working on printing my own shirts and stuff like that. I got inspired by another guy that I met that does all of his own work. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'd love to get on another time and, you know, we'll talk a little bit about your brand, a little bit about my brand. You know, we used to have the brand building segment.
The brand building
you know?
segment. Yeah, man.
Yeah, good times, good times.
I still have the format, and I still like the brand, but I still need. It's just this was a little discombobulated. I agree. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, man, this is a first run in a long time. I mean, I'm talking over a year.
Yeah. And especially for me, it's period podcasting. It's been months this year since I have it. I've done my last pod was in like March or April. You know what I mean? So it's been a while for me this year too. So like I'll remember this though for next time I get it back in October. To make sure I get the docket together. Make sure I get the you know, the formatting right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you for your time, man. Listen, so let me get it together. All right, so.
Now it's my pleasure.
No doubt, man. No doubt. You already know how it go, man. Look. There's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. But most of all,
thanks for listening.